What is going on, guys? Welcome back to our Fortnite video. Today is a super exciting day because today we are breaking down the earthquakes that are currently happening in Fortnite Battle Royale. Of course, if you guys do enjoy the video, make sure you guys drop a like. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. And of course, in the item shop, use supporter creator code GamingWithGarry for all your item shop needs. And if you guys use it for Season 8 Battle Pass, please use my code. This code helps me buy pizza. But let's get into the thick of this discussion because it's gonna blow you guys away. As you guys know, the prisoner skin is the Fire King. With 4 different styles, this guy is pissed. He is not happy with what has happened in his time as a prisoner under the Ice King. Now, as many of you guys know, the Fire King has a very specific body. It's covered in molten core and it's lava piercing through his skin. On his back, you can see his emblem. That emblem represents he is a part of the Fire Kingdom. And of course, the fire that's coming off of his body is because of the hot magma or lava that is in his veins, dude. So he means serious business. Now, what's crazy is ever since he's been released into the world, the map has been changing. Let's go check it out. Jumping right into it, you guys can see something is brewing. Now, there are cracks all throughout our Fortnite map that you guys can clearly see. We have them all over the place, but one significant change that I highlighted in an earlier video today is the fact that Wailing Woods is literally burning. What does that mean? So, from the looks of it from up here, Wailing Woods is actually on fire, but underneath the world. Now, typically, you don't see trees dying the way that they're dying unless there's something bigger happening. There is something greater that we just do not see at the current moment happening in Fortnite, and it's a little crazy. So we're gonna jump right over here to the Wailing Woods area, and I'm gonna grab myself a drift board to really highlight the fact of how crazy these events are with what exactly is happening. So first things first, if you guys head over here, look at the color of this ground. You guys can see this is a nice, very healthy looking green, right? But the closer you get to Wailing Woods, the browner the ground gets. That's because the ground is actually burning. Look at this, dudes. This whole area is dying. All of these trees, all of this ground is scorched earth. And that's exactly what's going to be happening in Season 8. This phenomenon that's currently taking place is not normal. This is not a normal earthly occurrence. This is happening because the ground underneath these trees is currently on fire. So, what does that mean? It is speculated that this ground has lava underneath. Now, as you know, the Fire King, excuse me, broke out of his ice imprisonment, and he came to a special location right here. Now, this location was used to, I guess, resurrect or to break free for his last ritual that you guys know is what you guys can see right now. Is my arm and my body no longer in chains. Now, the thing that's weird about this is that no other part of this map, as you guys can see, is really affected by this fire that we are assuming is underneath the ground. The ritual that takes place right up here, let me go up here real quick. Can I make it? This ritual site, as you guys know, was used to break free. He did this whole thing where he was like, wow! And then the ritual, you know, broke him out. But from this point that way, you'll notice that there is some serious changes to the map. So it is assumed that all these things are happening because of the Fire King, which honestly makes sense. The Fire King's not happy, and because of that, he's been causing some earthquakes. Now, earlier I was on this patch up here, which I don't even think this is anything. Where was I? I was somewhere on a big black patch. And I think that might be the battle star. I was in the wrong spot earlier, but don't roast me in the comment section because I forgot. But regardless, there are earthquakes, as you guys know, that happen pretty often in Fortnite. They actually happen so often, if you are in game at times, you can feel your game shake, and it's pretty crazy. Now, they've been happening for quite a while now, every about 14 hours in game. And with every single earthquake, a new crack is formed. So if you guys have not seen all these cracks, they're pretty crazy. Now, none of these cracks just yet have showcased any lava, but like I mentioned, the earthquake has actually broken this area completely. It broke this bridge. And a lot of you guys are saying, Garrett, this bridge has always been broken. This bridge has not always looked like this, guys, for sure. Like, it's not always been that broken. I mean, it's definitely had its issues, but it's never been that bad. But the cracks continue. They continue for long distances. Like, they just keep going. And it's crazy because I never expected earthquakes to take place in Fortnite, but these events are happening very often. And it's really causing some issues with the map. Now, as I've showcased these earthquakes, I also want to showcase something very specific to you guys that you would only see on a grand scale map like this one. Now, from this map, you guys can clearly see something is happening. Now, what I want to point your attention to is something very specific. One thing you'll notice is that all the cracks currently on screen are leaving a specific spot. So, as you guys can clearly tell, there's something to brew in here. So if we zoom in on this, you guys can see that where the trees are currently dying in Fortnite, from this point to here, you know what? Let's do this. I have a good idea. I opened up Photoshop so I can show you guys exactly what we're working with. So I'm going to use the color red. So with every break that we've had so far, it's all, you see, like, it's all stemmed from somewhere. So it started here, number 1. Then it continued number 2. Number 3 is over here. Then it continued to number 4, which is back over here by Wailing Woods. So as you guys can see, all these meet up somewhere along the lines of this area. So somewhere in this general vicinity, something is going to happen. Now, I don't know how big this will be. With all these cracks, as you can see, it sort of forms a volcano, which is sort of scary and cool, because if a volcano is brewing right here, it would make sense because the block is still intact and a volcano would fit in this general area. Now, what if the same could be said for the volcano to be created here instead, and along this area, along here, like that? That would also make sense, and it keeps Tomato Temple intact, which I don't know is going to happen. I don't see why that would even be a thing. It feels as if a volcano will probably erupt here. As I showed you guys earlier, looking down at this area, things are dying. This whole area is dying. Now, we don't have to have a massive volcano, but something will be happening in this area. We can rest assured something is going on here because of the amount of earthquakes and seismic events we've had. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this whole area turns into a volcano, like from there all the way to Tomato Temple, because even looking at Tomato Temple from right here, this temple part sort of looks like a volcano, like just the way that it's like formatted, this little temple part. And it could have been hinted to us all along that this is something that might be happening soon. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about these theories. I do believe they hold some serious ground, and there is something going to be taking place with these cracks and with this volcano that may be erupting outside of Tomato Temple. But as you guys can see, there's a lot of dead land here. So we'll see what happens. I feel like something is definitely going to take place here. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. If you guys have, make sure you guys drop a like. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. And of course, use code GamingWithGarry in the item shop today for more Victory Royales. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video. Bye, guys.